Hello, my name is Robin and I'm with larkintrainingroom.com. Today we have a fun interval workout that has a little bit of everything. All you need is body weight. We will have a few equipment options thrown in, but you can get away with just your body. Let's get warmed up. Come into your plank position for yoga stretch. Bring one foot as close to your hand as you can and then reach up towards the ceiling. And switch. Opening up the hips and the middle of the back. If you need to, you can elevate your hands onto a surface, which will make it easier for you to get your foot into position and also take some load off your shoulders. If you don't have quite enough hip mobility to get that foot all the way up to the hand, elevate the hands a little bit. All right, staying here in a plank, we're gonna go to downward dog. And then while you're here, lift one leg up and come back to plank. Make sure your back stays in a good position. You don't wanna arch. Just getting some more hip mobility, a stretch through the back of the body. Slow and deliberate. Again, you can elevate the hands if you need to. All right, stand it up. Got a hip opening march. So you're basically taking a knee up and out to the side. Knee up and out to the side. Back and forth. See how high you can get that knee. And how much you can feel those hips open up. This is also good for your balance because you're on one leg for part of it. Couple more here. And relax, shake it out. Switch it up to a squat plus a rotation. Squat, rotate. Squish the bug, put out the cigarette, whatever image you like. We're achieving hip internal rotation. And last one, jumping jacks. Getting everything fired up and ready to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done with the warm-up. Let's get ready to work. For our first circuit, we're going to do 3 exercises for 40 seconds of work and 20 seconds of rest, 3 times through. For the first exercise, a weight of some kind is optional, a kettlebell or a dumbbell held in the goblet position, or you can just use your own body weight. So we got alternating reverse lunges. I'm going to grab my kettlebell and hold it right in front of my chest. It's called our goblet position. From here, I'm going to alternate the leg that steps back and down into a reverse lunge. Now, if you have any issues with your balance, you can stand near a wall where that you can use for support, or you could grab a handle of a broomstick and hold that out in front of you as a little support. And also, in terms of range of motion, get as low as you feel comfortable with. If you can get that knee a few inches shy of the ground, go for that. All right, set it down. Up next, we have a lateral shuffle to a touchdown. So I'm gonna be shuffling in an athletic stance over this direction and then touching the ground. You can choose how far you go in each direction. And of course, the speed at which you go is up to you. This is great for agility. You get some cardio work. And we're in the frontal plane, moving side to side. Reaching for that ground is a good squat too. See if you can get all the way to the ground when you touch, or as close to it as you can. Woo, shake that out. Up next, cross-body mountain climber. So I'm gonna come down into a plank position. Again, you can always elevate the hands onto a coffee table or a couch. That'll take some load off. I'm gonna take a knee across to the opposite elbow as I hold my plank. Grab the ground with the hands. Hand engagement's always very important. And take it at your own pace. If you want to go a little faster than me or a little slower than me, that's fine. Hang on. Ooh, all right. 20 seconds to shake that off. Then we're going back to our reverse lunges, with or without an external load. If you're using a dumbbell or a kettlebell, go ahead and get it into that goblet position. Make sure it's right in front of your chest. As you lunge down, take a look at your knees. Make sure they're right in line with your toes and not caving in. Ten more seconds. Hang on. Feel these. Woo. Set that down, shake it off. Lateral shuffle, getting our agility, fast feet. Good to keep that up. Coming up, 3 seconds. Lateral shuffle, touchdown. If you have more space, you can go farther. If you're tight on space, you can just do a little bit in each direction. Just use what you have. Keep up that energy. You have to remind that to myself too. Energy is high. Woo. Shake it out. Cross-body mountain climbers. Coming up next. Stever, come see me. Help me with my mountain climbers. You don't know the meaning of exercise. She certainly runs around enough at night to stay active. Normally at this time of day, she's asleep. I guess she wanted to cheer me on. Keep going. Less than 10 seconds. Sometimes 40 seconds feels like a long time. All right, 2 rounds done, 1 to go. Back to our reverse lunges. Stevie is all over the cameraman right now. I hope he can stay with it. Oh, here we go. Reverse lunges. Take it at your own pace. Make these count, your last round of lunges here. That's right. Woo! Awesome. Set that down. Lateral shuffle. Coming up. Woo! Get ready. Here we go. Circuit training like this is really a great way to help your cardiovascular fitness, and you just get some strength benefit as well. So it's a great hybrid, a very time efficient way to train. Shake it off. Last round of those crossbody climbers coming up. Woohoo, here we go. Get ready, grab the floor. Knee comes across towards that opposite elbow. You want to turn this last one into a run here at the 20-second point. I'll try that out. Upping my pace a little bit. Woo, all right. Get some water, get ready for our next circuit coming up. We're going to tighten up the intervals a little bit in our next circuit to 35 seconds of work and 25 seconds of rest. Still 3 exercises, but one of them you have to do each side. Let's get started. The first one is a squat. Again, a weight is optional. You can always use body weight. We're doing time under tension squats. No top, no bottom. You're only going up or you're going down. There's no lingering at the top or the bottom. Tempo is a really awesome way to manipulate the difficulty of exercises. And time under tension squats like this, they add up. No lingering at the top or the bottom. Stay on yourself for that. Whoo! It'll be good to move for this next one. We have an X skater. So we're gonna be jumping side to side, making an X with the arms. This is our agility drill. We're mixing in with the strength and the core work. Need a little rest after those time under tension squats. So I'm jumping side to side, making an X with my arms. Now you can touch the foot down and make it a little bit lower impact, or you can jump like I am and balance and get some air as I jump. We're almost there, 2 seconds. Awesome. Take it down to the ground. Onto your side for side plank. Stack your elbow directly under your shoulder. Stack your knees on top of each other with your bottom leg bent. Make sure your hips and your knees and your feet and your shoulder are in one line. From here, whoop, lift those hips off the ground. And I'm going to lift my top leg. Now, if you have difficulty holding a side plank that long, guess what? Just lower your hips to the ground and keep the hip abductions going. That way you'll still be getting some work done as you rest those oblique muscles. Now, if you want to make it harder, if you're Superwoman, you can straighten the bottom leg and abduct from there. 25 seconds to rest while we turn to the other side. Now, if your shoulder feels cranky when you do these, make sure that you're not sagging into the shoulder, okay? You gotta push the ground away. Actively push it away and make that space in the shoulder joint. Here we go. Hip abductions. So not only am I working my obliques to keep my hips up, I'm working the side of my butt to lift that leg. Remember, your option. You can lower down, take a breather for the obliques and the shoulder, and then come back up. Harder option is straightening that bottom leg out too. Almost there. Woo! All right, shake it out. That was our circuit number 2. We got 2 more times going through it. Time under tension squats. Kick it off. With or without a weight. You can use one or not. All right, get that set if you got one. Remember, no top, no bottom. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Always moving. Sometimes you might linger a little bit longer at the top than you're aware of to sort of give yourself a little rest before that next squat. This just cuts that out. So you're always making those muscles work. Woo! Set that aside. X skaters are next. Put that a little farther away so I don't trip on it. Making that X shape. Trying to get that heart rate down so we can get it back up again. 3 seconds. Here we go. Choose the version that works for you. Could be gentler or a little more high impact. The important thing is just keep moving. Choose a level that works for you. So close. There it is. All right, we go down to the floor. Side planks for those lateral core muscles that are so important. So I'm gonna set up here, elbow under shoulder. Make sure your hips aren't sticking out way far behind you, but bring them forward. Here we go. Abducting the leg. Bring some extra work into it. I don't know if you can see, I'm not sinking into that shoulder, but actively pushing the floor away as I do this. Having good strength in your lateral core muscles has been shown to do a lot to help protect your lower back. It's very important to have that strength. And we switch to the other side. Always check your alignment when you get started, that your elbow is under your shoulder, and your knees are stacked and your hips are stacked. Lifting that top leg. So what sometimes we see with the side plank is that people have their hips kind of breaking out of alignment behind them. So think about extending the hips. So you're in one straight line down the body. And keep pushing that ground away. We're working many muscles right now while we do this. Oh, that leg gets heavy by the end. We got one more round through that circuit. Starting with our time under tension squats. How do you like those? I hope you stick with that slow tempo. Down and up, no pauses. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. As soon as I get up to the top, I'm on my way back down. An elevator that doesn't stop at any floor. Ooh, that's the 15-second mark. Stevie, why don't you stop flirting with him and help me? She doesn't care, yeah. Woo! Shake it out. X-Gators. Bring in that lateral bound into action. 2 seconds. Big X. Bringing the arms into the action. Adds a little something, something. Ooh, shake it out. Side plank. Since this is the third round, I guess I'll try the harder version by straightening my bottom leg out. You can do whatever version works for you, remember. Here goes nothing. We'll see if I make it. Breathe, that's all you can do. Push the floor away. Be present with the muscles. That's 15 seconds left. Almost there. Yep, I'm getting tired. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Yeah, that's a little harder. That's why it's a progression. Remember what your regression is. Your regression is Cleopatra side reclining and abducting the leg. No problem with that. Just get up into your side plank whenever you're ready to do that. Going for the straight leg. Definitely makes it harder because I'm lengthening all the levers. less ground contact to support me, so it just gets harder. That's the name of the game. As you get stronger, you progressively overload to keep getting things harder and harder. Woo! I'm so glad those are done. Take a water break. We have one more section of the workout to go. Keeping with the theme of intervals getting progressively shorter, our last section is a Tabata protocol with 20 seconds of work and 10 seconds of rest. 2 exercises back to back. This will take 4 minutes. First one is a dance step. So if you have a stair, a small object, really anything, you're just gonna tap it. We'll see if I knock this kettlebell over. If you have a yoga block or some kind of small object, soccer ball against the wall. All right, down to the floor. We have a walking body saw. So I'm gonna set up on my forearms. I'm gonna walk backwards, walk forwards. Now what we don't want is this. We want to pretend you're sawing. Your body is the saw going through the tree, and it needs to stay level. Back to the dance step. Now if you need lower impact, just tap something without the hop. Or you could do a high knee march, a skip, jump rope, jumping jacks. There's all kinds of things you can substitute. Whew. Shake that out. Walking body saw. Find that plank, chase the plank, push the ground away. Inch your way forward and back. This is harder than it looks. You can elevate the arms for this one too if you need to. That's halfway. 2 more of each. Getting ready. Dance step. Haven't knocked it over yet. I shouldn't say that. Woo! All right. 10 seconds is not long enough to recover, is it? That's the point. Focus on the backward part more. That's the harder part. Keeping that plank as you lengthen the lever. All right, we're so close now. 1 more of each. Is it me or am I talking less? Because I'm dying. Woo! All right, I gotta bring it, Last few seconds. All right, last time with the saw. Deep breath. Walking your way back and forward. Watch those hips. Chase the plank. Oh, we all deserve some water after that. Grab some, and then we'll cool it down. Cross your foot, ankle over the other leg. Reach through and pull for a figure 4 stretch to stretch out the outer hip muscles and outer butt muscles. As the breath slows, switch. Feels good. Turn over to your front. Reach the hips back into a child's pose. Walk the hands over towards your right and feel that side open up. Walk your hands over to the other side and feel that open up on the right, excuse me. Come up into a kneeling position. Reach a leg forward and then reach for the toes. So feel the hamstring lengthen out. That would be Stevie scratching my aerobic step if you heard that noise. Switch up your legs. She's still here. And relax. Thank you for your time today. Drink lots of water, and we'll see you next time.